unlimited business ideas.
In the palm of my hand.
That's what you'll be saying when I show you how to use your insider knowledge to find ideas, how to develop your idea by working backwards, and how to train your brain to start seeing ideas everywhere you look. Kevin Plank used this exact method to start his company. Who's Kevin Plank, you ask? He's the founder of Under Armour, an athletic sportswear company currently worth over $3 billion. With a degree in material engineering from Harvard University and 23 years experience in the material science industry, Kevin used his insider knowledge to create a lightweight t-shirt that didn't absorb any fluids. Next, Kevin needed his moisture-wicking t-shirt to solve a problem. So he thought that people who get sweaty would be an ideal fit for his product. Lastly, Kevin needed a target market for his t-shirt. Kevin knew that football players get pretty sweaty, so he sold a shirt to them. A few years later, a couple $1 billion, and boom, here we are. Pretty cool, right? Wrong. That is the exact wrong way to come up with a business idea. And Kevin Plank didn't do that either. Everything I just told you about him was a lie. He wasn't a 23-year veteran in the materials engineering space with a degree from Harvard. He was a 23-year-old with a business management degree from the University of Maryland. He actually used the method that Tim Ferriss talks about in his best-selling book, The 4-Hour Workweek. Side note on Tim, he knows a really weird way to peel a hard-boiled egg. Like that. In his book, Tim advocates to find your idea by walking backwards. First, identify your target market or niche. Second, identify a problem within that niche. And third, solve the problem. So this is a real picture of Kevin Plank. The other dude I just got off of Google. Kevin was a football player at the University of Maryland, and he knew that him and his teammates weren't pleased with the cotton undershirts that they wore under their jerseys. So he went to work, learning how to make a new and better t-shirt for him and his teammates. 7 prototypes later, he was satisfied, and he started selling. And the rest is history. But it all started with the niche. So the first step in coming up with a business idea is picking your niche. A niche is defined as a specialized market with specific needs, preferences, and behaviors, like soccer players or anime fans. It is very important to pick a niche that you have insider knowledge of. What I mean when I say this is, pick a niche that you personally belong to. If you want to sell to ice climbers, there is nobody on the planet that understands the needs, problems, emotions, and equipment that ice climbers need than ice climbers. Kevin Plank's niche was football players. He was one for 4 years at the Division I level at the University of Maryland. Keep in mind that your insider knowledge can come from a ton of different places, like a professional setting, such as work experience or educational background, hobbies like sports, musical instruments, video or board games, or even a person's lived experiences, like being a parent or being blind. The next step is finding your problem. Using your insider knowledge, because you belong to that niche, identify different problems that you or others have. In the case of Kevin Plank, he was, quote, the sweatiest guy on the football field. His problem was that the cotton undershirts that they wore under their jerseys got way too sweaty for comfort. There are an unlimited number of problems that consumers can face, but here are the 4 most common categories of problems. A functional problem. A customer wants to make a task easier. A social problem. A customer wants to connect better with their peers. A money problem, where a customer wants to save or make more money. And a health and safety problem, where a customer wants to protect or enhance their health. Those are just a few of the problems that consumers can have. So get creative and use your insider knowledge to spot those consumer pain points. The last step in the process is to find a solution. Kevin Plank's solution was to invent an undershirt that was lightweight, tight-fitting, and moisture-wicking. He had 0 experience in working with textiles or making t-shirts, but 7 prototypes and a few $1,000s later, he had the seeds for $1 billion company. There are lots of ways to solve problems, but here are a few categories. Solve an unsolved problem, like how PayPal solved how to spend money on the internet. You could create a better mousetrap and improve what's already out there. Add new features, more user-friendly, cheaper, better looking. You can also use a service to solve a problem, like providing expertise or saving time. Some good solution-seeking exercises are to solve a problem in multiple ways, for multiple different price points, at multiple levels of commitment. Many business people solve problems by borrowing technology from other industries. Apple borrowed the wireless charging capabilities of the hearing aid industry to make their AirPods. So, start with your niche that you have insider knowledge of. Use that insider knowledge to identify a problem, and then find a solution to that problem. Here's a random example I just conjured up. I've been a competitive swimmer my whole life, and the chlorine in pools tends to destroy your hair. Swimmers usually combat this by wearing caps. I usually didn't wear caps because it made my head too hot during training sessions, dooming my hair to annihilation. So my niche is swimmers, and due to my insider knowledge in the industry, I know that swimmers' heads get hot due to their caps during training. My solution is a cream that swimmers apply prior to training, which totally protects a swimmer's hair from chlorine without overheating swimmers while they work out. Is this even possible? Would swimmers like or buy this? I mean, honestly, I doubt it, but that doesn't actually matter. The exercise of going through the process of niche to problem to solution builds the muscle for spotting business ideas. If you go through the process of picking a niche, problem, and solution every night, eventually you'll have a boatload of ideas. Now, a lot of those ideas are going to be bad, especially at first, but eventually good ideas will start to get discovered, and then you'll be off to the races.